Now it's ended up.
Kevin, thank you.
You're right, Dave. That is scary. Thanks for that one. So a moment now to see the story for LeBron James.
His assist numbers in the past 5 games have gone in the wrong direction. He's been out of sync with his teammates, sort of playing on an island instead of as part of a 5-man unit.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Markieff Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard position.
And putting his long arms there to good use. Porzingis has a large catch radius on those alley-oops.
Schroeder against Doncic. Out to Morris. Pass to Gasol. Lakers working the ball around now. Clock at 6. Here's Finney-Smith. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Wasted no time on that one. Now for the teams that are clearly rebuilding, should they simply play the young guns, Greg, no matter what, or should they make them earn their minutes?
Kev, I don't know that there's a right answer to that. I think it's really about the personnel and the personalities of the guys on that roster. And really, the front office should play a big role in that as well. But it's a hard call. You got to believe enough in those young guys to say, hey, that's our future. We're going in that direction. But you still got to also take care of your veteran guys who are kind of setting the table for your future.
Here's Doncic after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder.
3 for 4 from the field to start the game. They'll take that.
Lakers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Schroeder outside. Richardson against Caldwell Pope. James left side. Out to Morris. Takes the 3. Not going to go that time. And it's Dallas the other way. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And it was one of those games where it was just hard to get anything going. And you could see frustrations emerge.
I mean, it's hard not to get discouraged on such an off night shooting the ball, but somehow they kept the intensity up. I mean, that was a really gutty win.
Schroeder passes to Gasol. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Schroeder missing.
Just 1 for 5 from the field now. I mean, they've come out flat. They need to pick up the energy.
Richardson, good.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He's coming off a 10-point game against Sacramento. Doncic with the steal. Finney-Smith kicks to Kleba. Pass to Doncic. And the rejection by James. Dishes it to Doncic. Another shot. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. They get Marc Gasol.
A fearless competitor. When Doncic is driving inside, he just embraces the contact on the way up.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's LeBron. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. Banked in off the glass.
James, such a terrific interior score. Simple, under control, and on the money.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And here is Doncic. He's got 6. Powell finds Doncic. Powell with it. Shot clock at 5. And the pass to Brunson. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Caruso, the pass to Kuzma. He feeds it to Harrell. Back to Kuzma. Knocked loose. Pass to Harrell. LeBron is doubled. Over to the wing. Horton Tucker. Off target with his 3. Mavericks leading by 10. Here's Johnson. And the layup falls.
excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor, just in total control so far.
James. Harrell on the follow.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane, and he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Doncic outside. Makes it off the glass. Doncic has got 8 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Harrell kicks to Kuzma. And he misses his first shot. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Mavericks ahead. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Mavericks team out there.
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Cauley Stein, Doncic out there with Dwight Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson, and it's Hardaway in at the 2. Here's James, and finished off by LeBron.
Oh, come on, you can't allow James to get positioned down low. Once he does, he's looking to dunk it.
Fires from the line. No good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
Yeah, controlling the flow of second chance opportunities is the key. I mean, something they'll try to replicate tonight.
Here's Caruso. Brunson covering.
His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many of those.
And stolen by Harrell. LeBron outside. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Off target from three-point range. Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Kings. And the shot goes in.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Kuzma against Powell. It's good. Kuzma's got his first points of the game.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Doncic passes to Cauley Stein. Rebound by Harrell.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Pass to Kuzma. In the corner, it's James. Here's Horton Tucker. Guarded by Hardaway. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Marc Gasol's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Morris comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for LeBron. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Zinkas, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Doncic. And it's Richardson in for Jalen Brunson. Outside Hardaway. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
The Mavericks shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Johnson, he's checked in for Dallas. Hardaway hits them both. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
6 on the shot clock. Pass to Johnson. Misses off the right iron. Lakers trail by 8. Here's Horton Tucker. 9-point game his last outing. Schroeder outside. The pass to Morris. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That's his first foul. 46 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Schroeder.
A strong defender. Richardson's length, speed, and quick instincts annoy shooters on the way up.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. It's stolen by Schroeder. Here's Horton Tucker. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Schroeder kicks to Gasol. Passes to Horton Tucker. And he's got his first free throw of the game. The first free throw is good.
And Caldwell Pope is a guy you cannot leave open at any time. He just a very good shooter from any spot on the floor. Oh, not many players with a more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
On the wing, Johnson. Back to Doncic. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Doncic has got 10 points.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
And so that's the end of the first half. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 10 points, and the Mavericks are... And that...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the point. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. Finney Smith passes to Porzingis. Richardson attacking. Porzingis trying to get free. Offensive rebound. And here's Gasol. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing here by 8. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
Yeah, I'm surprised that D isn't respecting his mid-range game more. They ought to be. I bet you they will be soon.
Schroeder outside. Now the feed to James. Caldwell Pope outside. Just 5 on the clock. James wide open. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound.
Oh, he's not going to miss that shot twice in a row. Trust me.
Here's Richardson, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
Oh, no excuse letting Richardson get this close. I mean, you deserve to get dunked on when you give him this position.
Kleber against Schroeder. Pass to Morris. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. And some changes here for the Lakers. Montrezl Harrell comes in for Marc Gasol. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Doncic with the steal. And they're on the break. Here's Brunson. And they pick up 2. Brunson's got the lead up to 14 now for the Mavs.
They made the most of their halftime adjustments. They're shooting 80% so far in the second half.
James outside, and the Lakers turn it over again.
And let's take a look at some numbers for LeBron James. 9th in assists, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. Doncic against James. It's deflected.
An average shot blocker. I mean, you want Kuzma to use his vertical, more to redirect shots.
And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Count that one.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Over to the left wing. Pass to Horton Tucker. Hardaway with the steal. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. And Doncic throws it down.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
Here's Kuzma. And again, unable to change momentum here.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Kuzma. 2 free throws coming. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
Here's Doncic. Good for his 9th make in just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
He's putting the hammer down. Dominant quarter for him, trying to push out that lead.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Lakers. And Dallas with a change here, too. Johnson, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. And the shot goes in.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
Mavericks leading by 16. Now, here's Doncic. He's got 20. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and then Johnson with the dunk.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And, Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And there's the pass to Caruso. Now Powell. With 1 on the clock. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's Dallas. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. On the floor for Dallas, we've got Tim Hardaway Jr. James Johnson is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Josh Richardson, and it's Finney-Smith in at the three. Schroeder with the ball. Hardaway picks him up. And it's Schroeder missing.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Schroeder dishes to Gasol. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Porzingis can't hit. Lakers trail by 20. That's good from Caldwell Pope on the assist by Gasol.
And that 7'1" Gasol sees over the defense with ease. I mean, fantastic at spotting the open man.
Here's Richardson. They get it back. Here's Porzingis. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Porzingis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Schroeder passes to Harrell. Richardson against Schroeder. The jump hook. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, until he starts knocking down some shots, I don't think the deficit's going to get any smaller.
Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. Richardson right side. 5 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Chris, today's coaches have a different way to get through to their players compared to some coaches of the past.
Well, yeah, I think, you know, this culture is different. Guys don't want to be yelled at when they're giving their all. They want to try to find a solution instead of getting emotional about it. So I think, yeah, the emotional aspect of some point has been alleviated. I think guys want to enjoy going to work every day and having a boss that they can discuss and figure it out with. I don't think the NBA is any different.
Here's LeBron, and finished off by LeBron.
Who knows what this score would look like if he wasn't on his game tonight?
Richardson against Schroeder. Richardson attacking. Score of the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
Oh, what an athlete Richardson is. Outstanding at knifing his way inside and converting.
Lakers working the ball around now. LeBron passes to Gasol. Yep, that one goes.
Nice pass. I mean, putting in work on the interior. Gotta love it.
Hardaway for 3. Morris with the rebound. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Damian Jones is checked in for Gasol. Alfonso McKinney comes in for LeBron. Wesley Matthews checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. Matthews against Hardaway. Matthews no good. Mavericks leading by 20.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Mavericks.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Luka Doncic.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And the wide open shot from Morris. And a miss there on the triple.
Oh, defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
Richardson, no luck. Here's McKinney. Jones looking for an opening. Out to Morris. Here's the 3. No good there. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. A resounding victory. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining. some of the stats for Paul George.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Batum, and it's Ibaka in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. What happens to team chemistry, Brent, at this stage of the season? Teammates have spent, a lot of time together already at this point.
Well, this is where veteran leadership and guys who have been through deep runs or their understanding of what it takes to have a team go through deep runs can really pay off, Kevin. Making guys accountable to the things that you've talked about all year long in the next couple weeks, that's critical. Yeah, I didn't think there was a pass available there for Paul George, but he spots that small crease, he fires the ball through it, and he gets it to his open man.
Doncic finds Porzingis. A pass to Porzingis. Kicks it out to Richardson. Now the pass to Kleber. Dallas moving it around. Just 5 to shoot. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Beverley, the pass to Leonard. And there it is for him.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now, here's Richardson. He's coming off a 16-point game against Oklahoma City.
It felt like in that game, too, he was a man on a mission defensively. Finishing up with 4 steals is an impressive feat. And you can tell, takes pride in that part of the game.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
George dishes to Batum. It's blocked. Richardson outside. Floats it up for Doncic. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
George passes to Ibaka. Back to George. Down low. Porzingis with the block. They retain possession. Leonard with the ball. He's coming off a 22-point game against Washington.
And if you look at his free throw numbers, you can see what kind of pressure he put on the defense. He was in attack mode all night long.
Here's Doncic. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Richardson kicks to Doncic. Great D that time from Leonard.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Ibaka against Porzingis. Ibaka dishes to Batum. Mavericks with the rebound. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Porzingis passes to Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith, defended by George. To the inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis finishing strong that time. No doubt about that one.
Ibaka outside. Leonard on the wing. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Porzingis.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons, goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
And that one's good. Marjanovic
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Williams. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Wizards in Washington. Morris finds Leonard. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Unreal. And this is who he has become. Leonard, with the great body control, takes the hit and still able to sink the shot and one.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Kennard's shot is off. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. They now take the lead.
That's a hard-nosed play from Hardaway, absorbing contact and not taking no for an answer.
Outside Leonard. Fires from 14. The shot, no good.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
A good close contest so far. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. They've got Morris, Lou Williams out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Kennard in at the small forward position. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Here's Williams, and the rejection by Cauley-Stein. 2 points, that one goes. Zubac has got his first points in this one. Last game for the Mavericks, they picked up the W against Oklahoma City. Brunson, good. Brunson's got the lead back up to 2 now for Dallas.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Stolen by Brunson. Kennard against Doncic. Lays it up off the glass. Doncic has got 6 points.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
And Doncic, here we go. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%. Clippers trail by 4. And here's Jackson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Washington.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Doncic passes to Brunson. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Cauley-Stein, stolen by Jackson. Oh, Morris in position, and Morris throws it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Pass to Johnson. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
A fearless shooter and a remarkable dunker. Tim Hardaway Jr. is such a valuable rotation guy that you just want to have consistent effort from. And I think he's reaching that level now.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for James Johnson. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Luka Doncic. And it's Richardson in for Jalen Brunson. Here's George. Kicks it out to Leonard. From past the arc. The shot, no good. And it's Dallas the other way. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Yeah, they really snuffed that one out. Didn't execute all that well. Fortunate to walk away with the W.
We talk about gutsy wins, and on a night like that in the last game where they just did not shoot it well, that's a steal during a regular season.
That one goes. Count it.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Porzingis on the foul.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. Outside, George. On the wing, Batum. Ibaka right side. 4 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Stolen by George. Here's Beverly. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Beverly's got his second bucket.
Well, all of that starting right there with the steal by Paul George, illustrating his ability to anticipate that time, and a great play on the ball. Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 10. Puts it up from 15, and he connects with the jumper. Leonard's got 12 in the game.
Well, he's so dangerous, and he's also efficient with his offensive game. Leonard right now having a tremendous offensive night.
Here's Richardson. Here's Porzingis. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. Porzingis has got his third basket of the night.
Well, if you're giving up that much height, the only thing that you can do as a defender is to foul him.
Beverly finds Ibaka. Back to Beverly. Over Richardson. No good on the last second attempt there.
Well, there's no vacancy down there. Josh Richardson gives no...
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 12 points and 1 rebound.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. Here's Richardson. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with. Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. George from deep three-point land. The long-distance 3 is buried. George has got it all tied up now for the Clippers. Now, here's Doncic. He's got 10. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. And it's Cauley Stein in for Maxi Kleber. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Marcus Morris comes in for Leonard. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And that one's good. Marjanovic has got his second basket of the night.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Williams against Doncic. Zubac the pass to Williams. Here's Ibaka, and he uses the glass on the layup.
He's so dangerous as a scorer. Lou Williams can recognize when there's openings. This time it was a teammate.
Here's Doncic. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Now, here's George. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Williams against Doncic. Marjanovic kicks to Finney-Smith. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And that one's good. Marjanovic has got 8 points.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 2. And George, here we go. The kick out to Williams. Passes it to George. Shot clock at 6. Tips it. Great positioning on the putback. He's got 8.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Such a wide open look.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight. Like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Zubac the pass to Morris. Williams kicks to Morris. Pass to Zubac. Cauley Stein grabs the board. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip.
That's the kind of play where I feel like Josh Richardson's feeling more and more comfortable. Gets up big time.
Ibaka outside. There's the pass to George. On the wing, Morris. No good on the 3. Dallas leading by 4. Richardson attacking. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
The size, the timing of Ibaka, tailor-made for protecting the rim.
And he gets the bucket.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now Richardson, he has 6. Back to Doncic, shoots the 3. And that one is off. Here's Morris. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Morris has got the game tied up here for Los Angeles. It's a tie game in Dallas. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, we've got Patrick Beverly. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson, and it's man in at the small forward.
Well, if you can use that athleticism on offense, why not try it on defense? James Johnson putting his 7'1" wingspan to great use.
Here's man. Morris outside. Beverly against Brunson. Now here's Beverly. Defense right on him. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Hardaway passes to Porzingis. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Morris with the ball. Out guarded by Porzingis. Zubac kicks to Beverly. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Clippers. On Thursday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Sunday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for James Johnson. Kennard finds Jackson. Now Beverly. And foul on the shot. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game, fellas.
Thank you, David.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
Beverly with the ball. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Beverly's got 4 points now in the quarter. There is just no way to tell who is going to pull this one out.
When you've had this many lead changes, you're looking to see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swinger.
Now, here's Kleber. Back to Doncic. Pass to Brunson. To the middle. And finished off by Kristaps Porzingis.
Porzingis right through the defense, and a sweet dunk from the big man.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Kennard. And the shot goes down. Kennard's got his first 2 points.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one. Porzingis making it count, wants to come through big time, and does here.
And the layup's good off the glass.
Beverly excellent at getting a bucket when the team needs it, stepping up that time.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. It's a 1-point game. A second chance effort. Hardaway with a wide open look. Another 3 for Dallas.
Hardaway Jr. just stepping up big time.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. 1:39 left in the fourth. And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, Luka Doncic.
And he's got to be thrilled with how well he shot the ball, Kevin. Good on almost 60% of his shots. That's what I call an efficient performance. And a team loves having someone that dependable they can rely on.
That's why you turn to Paul George. These moments are for PG.
Doncic against George. Doncic passes to Kleber. Here's Finney-Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Porzingis. The shot missing. Good work defensively by Ibaka. The Clippers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor.
And as a defender, you are left somewhat helpless to stop that. Leonard with too many moves in his arsenal and a flood of ice water in his veins.
Now, here's Doncic. Yes! A huge shot to tie it up.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And George, here we go. Count!
Yeah, Paul George sharpening his swords now. Love to see him take that shot.
Releases from 15. Finney Smith can't get it to go. And so here are the Clippers. We can probably expect to see them slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Here's Leonard. The putback, and Ibaka is right there. Ibaka's got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
And this is where Ibaka's steely demeanor serves him well. No hesitation under pressure.
Beverly against Richardson. Off target on the 15-footer. And here's Beverly. George way outside from beyond the arc and then some. Now it's a 7-point Los Angeles lead. So the Clippers with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brett.
To get to the league?
Biggest thing is
You know, obviously stick skill and all that stuff matters, but I feel like if you can put out content, you can make yourself valuable off the court. That's what matters, you know, just as much as your stick skill.
What's the biggest lesson that you've learned as a pro?
You're playing for something bigger than you, obviously. You know, even if it's not, you know, for me, it would be the Wizards, you know, the NBA. I've seen, you know, this opportunity get taken away from so many people.
The bronze likeness of Lakers great Magic Johnson that can be found just outside the front door of our local. And with
hey Kevin,
there's been a transformation here in LA. There is no doubt about that. DA, thank you. And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then there's Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ibaka in at the center, locking down the middle. On the wing, Batum. No good from the wing. Well, it was the Clippers. Their last game, a loss to the Wizards in Washington. Paul George with the steal. And here we go. Beverley heading to the hoop. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
A terrific ball thief. PG-13 knows it's a priority to create turnovers that spark the running game.
Leonard against James. Morris looking over the floor. Kicks it out to Schroeder. And it's blocked, and he's able to get it back. Just 3 to shoot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Beverley against Schroeder. Beverley the pass to Ibaka. George up top. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. And midway through the season, some players going above and beyond. And Steve, is that contract year boost a myth or is it a real thing?
Hey, Kevin, it is a real thing. You see guys more focused. You see guys that's usually not on time. On that contract year, you see guys on their best behavior, and you see some of their best play on the court overall.
Ibaka, this is to Batum. Clock at 6. Wide open look. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Because he's someone that you lean on at the offensive end. Establish him early.
Caldwell Pope passes to Gasol. LeBron James on the wing. The Lakers get it back in a new 14. Second chance shot. He can't get that one. Ibaka with some nice D.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
Kicks it to George. Back to Ibaka. Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
So for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley.
The dribble drive, yet another tool in Leonard's extensive arsenal, earns him a trip to the line.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of this game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Passes it to Horton Tucker. The pass to Caruso. Puts it up from 12. And that one hits back iron. Clippers leading by 6. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Clippers moving the ball around. Right side, Williams. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Jackson, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Jackson deciding where to go with it. To the paint, and stolen by Harrell. Schroeder against Jackson. Harrell on the follow.
Incredible activity from Montrezl Harrell. So many of his points is off the offensive glass.
And the energy of a guy like Montrezl Harrell can rub off on the entire team.
Yes, it can. GA, he plays with a high motor, generates steals, blocks, and deflections. He's active all over the court, and now we're seeing it on the offensive end as well. This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Pass to Caruso. Kennard against Schroeder. And the rejection by Zubac.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story, inconsistent with his offense.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. That free throw missing.
The sharpshooter Kennard is valuable. A guy who stretches the floor and works very hard.
LeBron, he's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. LeBron passes to Harrell. Here's Horton Tucker. Kennard covering. Harrell against Kennard. Clippers leading by 5. Williams kicks to Kennard. Morris looking over the floor. This one for 3. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
When Kennard is that set up, he almost can't miss. Such a skilled shooter.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
So for the Lakers right now, LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then there's Harrell, and it's Caruso in at the point guard position. James dishes to Harrell, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. For the Clippers, Baca comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Batum in for Marcus Morris. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. Jackson passes to Ibaka. And the rejection by Harrell. Goes back up. Back to Ibaka. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Ibaka's got his first bucket of the night.
When shots go up, one thing about Ibaka, he gets to the right place at the right time.
Batum brings the double team. Kuzma inside. Defended by Batum. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. James against George. LeBron kicks to Kuzma. Back to LeBron. Stolen by George. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping the fast break chance. Ibaka, no luck. Lakers trail by 9. Here's Caldwell Pope. And there's Harrell. That's good on the assist by Caldwell Pope. Harrell's got his second basket of the game. Outside Jackson. He kicks it to Batum. Outside Williams. 5 on the clock. The shot, no good. And it's the Lakers the other way. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Taking advantage of what's there. LeBron reads the situation correctly.
You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
Caruso, the pass to James. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Kuzma outside. Shoots over Batum. Great D that time from Batum.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
Williams finds Jackson. Here's Williams. Pass to Batum. He feeds it to Ibaka. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Jackson from long range. Rebound the Lakers. 1:44 left to play here in the half. And the dunk by James.
That was a great job creating in transition. LeBron, using his speed, puts himself in a position to attack.
George dishes to Batum. There's the feed to Ibaka. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That's his first foul. So for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Reggie Jackson, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Lou Williams. The Lakers also changing it up. Marc Gasol's checked in for Harrell. Morris comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso. Beverley against Schroeder. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
There's 53 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Morris finds James. Over Ibaka. A shot by LeBron, no good.
Both sides attacking. That was good defense versus good offense.
From outside the arc. The shot by George, no good. Lakers trail by 5.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Inside, here's Batum. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
Yeah, and at this point...
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They have a 5-point lead. Kenny, give us your take.
Man, that...
And that should do it.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. They've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Leonard, and it's small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Passes to Beverley. Feeds to Ibaka. Back to Beverley. 6 to shoot. A 3-ball. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 4 rebounds in this game. Strange to see Marc Gasol shooting from outside. His game, Greg, wasn't always like it is now.
I mean, Gasol has added a 3 to his game in the last seasons with Memphis, and it was an immediate success. He became a functioning stretch 5. Early in his career, he was more likely to drag you to the block and just bruise you more than anything else.
George against LeBron. George passes to Ibaka. Sweet move. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I love how Ibaka's developed this little pump fake. If you're the defense, you can't overreact against him.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for George.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Morris kicks to Harrell. Kuzma with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Caruso. And no good that time.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
Now the pass to Beverly. Williams inside. Morris is there. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. The Lakers will take possession. And the Clippers making a switch here. Morris is checked in. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Morris. Here's Caruso. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers leading by 5. Leonard, the pass to Williams. Great D that time from Harrell. The Lakers have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Thursday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Kennard, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. Leonard inside, guarded by Kuzma, kept alive. And here is Zubac. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Lakers. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. That one good for 2.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Leonard on the wing. Beyond the arc. Doesn't go that time. And it's the Lakers the other way. Here's Harrell. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s. Players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
Marc Gasol is checked in for the Lakers. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Alex Caruso.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Gasol. Kuzma finds Gasol, lays it up and banks it in. Gasol's got the lead up to 2 now for the Lakers.
Terrific play call, and that's where you want to see Marc Gasol. He can use his combination of skill and size.
Yes, that goes in. Kennard's got 5 now.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
His rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Williams against Schroeder. Kuzma kicks to Harrell. Back to Kuzma. Pass to Horton Tucker. A three-pointer, no good. Morris against Schroeder. Outside Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Pushing the action. Always working for the best shot. Nice drive by Kawhi.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Clippers ahead, up 4. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So the Lakers 5 right now. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Harrell is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the point. Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Clippers.
The consummate team player, Paul George, is an excellent leader, and he's cool to let others lead also.
Out left to the wing. Back to James. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Gasol inside, working on Ibaka. James in the post. The Clippers grab the miss. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside, Batum. Pass to Ibaka. Back to Batum. He dishes it to George. Fires the 3. They get the rebound.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Beverly against Schroeder. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Defending Schroeder is much trickier than it used to be. Has developed his skills to go along with the athleticism.
The Lakers making a switch here. Morris is checked in.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Beverly dishes to George. Looking for Ibaka. He gets it there. And Ibaka slams it in.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Got a hand on it. Back to LeBron. Caldwell Pope on the wing. James with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. Morris passes to James. Now here's Gasol. For 3, Caldwell Pope. And again, no good by the Lakers.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Now here is George. That one drops for him. And now an 11-point Clipper lead. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one. Yes.
Reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league. And there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Caldwell Pope kicks to James. And that one is good. And it's 6 points for LeBron.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
I'm open right here.
Beverly, the pass to Morris. The 3. Outside for Batum. Second chance shot. That misses off the backboard.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Morris finds Gasol. Out to Morris. And here's Schroeder. Passes it to LeBron. Over Batum. LeBron shot is off.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
Batum dishes to Morris. Ibaka, the pass to Beverly. Lakers trail by 11. Schroeder, left side.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss. Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Clippers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Serge Ibaka.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Lays it up off the glass.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Morris against Schroeder. Here's George. Back to Ibaka. Looking for Beverly. He gets it there. And here's George for three. Misses there. So the Clippers winning this one easily. So, David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. For Hello and thanks for joining us. Anoche DA.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for Luka Doncic.
His assist numbers in the past 5 games have gone in the wrong direction. He's been out of sync with his teammates, sort of playing on an island instead of as part of a 5-man unit.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the 1. And for the Mavericks, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic, and it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Schroeder up top, Kleber defending. Porzingis with the block. Richardson against Caldwell Pope, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
Well, this speaks to the feel that Kristaps Porzingis has for the game of basketball. If you're open, he'll find you.
And here we go, the Mavericks in a fast break. Gasol with the steal. Here's LeBron. Porzingis with the block.
This guy is showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's James. The Mavericks making the shot. Schroeder, right side.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket.
Here's Richardson, and the layup's good off the glass. Richardson's got his second basket. Greg, we're still involved in the conference system. Does it hold relevance as we're looking here at the standings mid-season?
You know, for travel distance, yes, and there's also some tradition at stake. I mean, look, that said, in a perfect world, you'd like to see the best 16 teams make the playoffs each year, but we've had imbalance in conferences forever. So that's not going to change. But sometimes change is just necessary.
How about quickly for the playoff? Would you like to reseed and take the top 6 teams, 1 through 16?
I would. I think that'd be a great idea.
Morris with the ball. Now guarded by Porzingis. Poked away. 6 on the shot clock. Gasol kicks to Caldwell Pope. No good with the triple. Now the Mavericks with it. They're on a 10-2 run here. Finney-Smith passes to Richardson. Rejected by Gasol.
What defensive instincts. What timing by Marc Gasol. Nice block.
Tries again. And Doncic gets it to go.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
James outside. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
The defense really doing their best to body LeBron James, but he is just a physical beast who cannot be contained. Well, you think about Marc Gasol, this is a former defensive player of the year. Obviously, he's not the star or the focal point he was at the peak of his career, but this guy still impacts the game at a very high level.
Lakers trail by 8, and here comes the break. And finished off by LeBron.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Finney-Smith kicks to Kleber. Here's Porzingis. They get it back. Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. Shoots over Schroeder. On the high post, he drills it. Doncic has got 6.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Morris outside. And it's off from three-point range. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Here's Finney-Smith, covered by LeBron. Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. Over Morris. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Richardson gets a wide open look, and it's Dallas with another.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Shot from 12, and that one's good. Schroeder.
Well, I do like seeing Schroeder get to the mid-range because that shot's still an important one in today's NBA.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Mavericks ahead, up 10. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
Doncic out there with James Johnson. Then there's Marjanovic. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Brunson in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Pass to Horton Tucker. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Guarded by Hardaway.
Boy, a little indecisive. I think he wanted to kick it out, changed his mind, and ended up missing.
Doncic kicks to Brunson. Pass to Marjanovic. Outside Hardaway. The three. Caruso grabs the miss. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Lakers. Trailing by 10. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, the outcome in that one was not determined until late in the game. A gritty back-and-forth battle throughout, and, man, what a tough way to lose.
Billy Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Harold down low, working on Cauley-Stein. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Just 5 on the clock. And Cauley Stein over to help from downtown. But they'll get another chance. Horton Tucker, the pass to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
All too easy for Montrezl Harrell. That's the result of his activity and pursuing opportunities. Beautifully done.
Caldwell Pope against Hardaway. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to,
Hill.
how about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And he sinks the second.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
Doncic kicks to Brunson. Shoots from the elbow. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and they won that matchup last time, and it wasn't even close, guys.
Yeah, I thought that had to do with getting the starters in foul trouble and then taking advantage of the substitutes, and that led to a huge disparity on the scoreboard.
And it's Doncic missing.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
That's tipped. Mavericks leading by 8. Here's Johnson, and the rejection by Harrell. Doncic outside. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Harrell. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Josh Richardson's checked in for Dallas. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. LeBron's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. LeBron outside, passes it to Caruso. Here's Horton Tucker. And there's the pass to Caruso. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Porzingis, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Jalen Brunson. And the Lakers making a change here. Richardson dishes to Hardaway. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Now here's Porzingis. Pass to Hardaway. And here's Richardson. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And the Mavericks making a change here. Marjanovic is checked in. Schroeder against Richardson. The drive by James. Here's Gasol. Back to James. With the putback. Pass to Caruso. Schroeder outside. They shoot again. Good work defensively by Richardson.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Porzingis, here we go. Here's Marjanovic, and he comes up with the deuce. Marjanovic has got his first 2 points of the night. And here's Schroeder. He's coming off a 28-point game against Sacramento.
And his passing was simply amazing. A lot of fun to watch.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And so it's the... Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 8 points. Luka. And that
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. Lakers trail by 10.
This guy not just a jump shooter now. Dennis Schroeder more than happy to get inside and mix it up.
And so it's Dallas with it. They host the Spurs after this one. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The importance of the 3-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having a guard the 3-point line.
Gasol, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Doncic passes to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Porzingis with the steal. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. The pull-up. Good as the jump shot falls. Richardson's got 10 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 16-point game. And they get it. And finished off by LeBron.
Well, we know this. Few big men in the history of the game have passed the ball as well as Marc Gasol.
Doncic passes to Richardson. Back to Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second-half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Morris, no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Finney Smith passes to Richardson. The pass to Porzingis over Morris. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Morris. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. LeBron James on the wing. Morris outside. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Clock at 4. Here's Schroeder. That one wide left.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Just leave it at the rim and let the big man do the rest. KP with the nice finish.
Schroeder dishes to Morris. Gasol passes to LeBron. Unloads from 9. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Pass to Richardson for the 3. And James pulls it down. Lakers trail by 20. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Looking to get it going. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Luka Doncic.
Whacking James like the D does there is the right move. I mean, especially when you consider how strong he is.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Hardaway for 3. But he recovers it down low. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
59 seconds left here in the third quarter. Johnson kicks to Brunson. Pass to Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a 3. Drops in the tray. Hardaway has got himself on the board with 3 there.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Passes it to James. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Imagine LeBron gets a step on you. It must be like a steam engine coming at you to the rim. All you can do is foul him.
He hits both from the stripe. 34 seconds left in the third quarter. Dallas with the ball. They're on a 19-7 run. Brunson the pass to Johnson. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Marjanovic down low. He's defended by Harrell. Hardaway for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
It's incredible to me how remarkably in tune LeBron is with the movement of his teammates. The guy is a scorer, he's a creator, he's a force to be reckoned with.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Mavericks lead by 18. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Cauley Stein is out there with James Johnson. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Brunson in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
And the pass to Marjanovic. The shot from the low post is good. And the Mavericks lead by 20.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And LeBron throws it down.
How intimidating it must be when LeBron is bearing down on the rack like that.
Now here's Brunson. Poke loose. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Porzingis, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleber comes in for Cauley Stein. And it's Burke in for Johnson. Here's Caruso. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got 8 rebounds in this game.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Brunson, no good. Lakers trail by 18. Here's James. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And that's 15 points for LeBron.
I don't know how it's possible for a player to keep getting better with age, but as LeBron said, he's like fine wine, baby.
Here's Brunson, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
Gives the team such a great element having a 1 guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, they've absolutely dominated that category in this one, and it's reflected in the score.
Porzingis can't hit.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Harrell, that's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The 3 from Porzingis. That shot off, so the Lakers will take it the other way. Horton Tucker, the pass to Harrell. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's foul number 2 for him. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. Josh Richardson comes in for Trey Burke. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Pass to Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. Three-pointer. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Caldwell Pope. Boom, he jams it straight down.
How about the vision of Markieff Morris? Hits the open man, has a good feel for the game. Boy, this guy can do a lot of things.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. They trail by 14. LeBron kicks to Caldwell Pope. Back to James. Morris finds Schroeder. Fires the 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Richardson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Kleba. Porzingis. Pass to Finney-Smith. And they go to the intentional foul. .131 left to play in the final quarter. Doncic against Schroeder. And Doncic gets it to go.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. A huge margin of victory for the Mavericks.
The key here, guys, was second chance points.
And they pounded the offensive glass and won the scrambles for loose balls, giving them plenty of added opportunity.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Porzingis.
Boy, this guy played with some swagger and intensity on the boards tonight, dominating the physical aspect of the game.
And the D really on its heels on that possession, didn't know what to do.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. That doesn't go either for Doncic. Harrell with it. Here's LeBron. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
And so it's Dallas with it. 22 is their biggest lead. Brunson scanning the floor. Dudley against Powell. Kicks it to Burke. Passes it to Brunson. Over LeBron. Dallas no good that time either. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing it. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony. Doris.
Our first play is from Machiavelli 1020 in the Rec. Don't be intimidated into quitting when your team is down. Like, really down. Keep playing hard and soar over their takeovers. There is no chance.
And just about to get underway as the starting five. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on... And checking out some numbers for Paul George.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And for Los Angeles, they've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverly. And it's Ibaka, and it's Leonard in at the small forward. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. George with the ball. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth.
Oh, what a finish!
Good. You know, Batum is not just a scorer. He's a really good all-around player. Very effective at finding the open man, too.
Richardson the pass to Doncic. Back to Richardson. Over in the corner, Doncic. Over Beverly. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. And here at the midway point of the year, lots of guys banged up, Clark. Is it hard to decide when to play through and then maybe not to play? When to sit?
Yeah, you know, that's a good question, Kevin. And a lot of times it's about pain tolerance, the severity of the injury. Is it something that you can play with that won't linger on and you don't have the possibility of further injury? Those are the factors that go into playing hurt or playing in pain.
Here's George. Porzingis with the rebound. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Ibaka kicks to George. Kicks it out to Leonard. Hits it from three-point range. Leonard's got 7.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Doncic outside. And Dallas calls their first timeout of the game.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks.
And let's check out the stats for Patrick Beverly. His last 10 games, he's putting up 9 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
Nobody near Leonard. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
Here's Brunson. Cauley Stein kicks to Brunson. No one near him. No good. The Clippers go the other way with it. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
Yeah, I agree. And, you know, they seem to be forcing things out there, trying too hard, pressing. When you do that, the turnovers pile up quickly.
Outside, George, and an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Brunson. They get it again. Marjanovic drops in the layup for two.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Pass to Batum. The Mavericks pull it in. 1:07 left to play in the first quarter. Burke, the pass to Johnson. Dallas moving the ball around. And Brunson has it in the corner.
No doubt the quarter just not going his way. Still scoreless.
Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Hardaway for three. That one falls coming off Burke's feet.
You know, with good shooting form and technique and a knack for scoring, Hardaway Jr. is confident with the deep ball.
George looking over the floor. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Here's Johnson. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Los Angeles, holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're feeling very confident. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Morris is out there with Kennard. Then it's Williams. Then there's Jackson. And it's Zubac in at the center position. In the corner, it's Morris. And the dunk by Zubac.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guy.
And it's Doncic missing.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Here's Jackson. Zubac. It's good on the putback.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Basket good. Morris has got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it.
That might indeed ignite a spark in this team.
Jackson dishes to Williams. Tries it from 9. Zubac kicks to Jackson. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley comes in for Lou Williams. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And it's Doncic missing. Clippers leading by 10. Morris passes to Ibaka. They get a hand on it. Jumps up. The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
16 feet away, and it's good off the back rim and in. Richardson's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Mavs. On the wing, Morris. Guarded by Porzingis. Morris kicks to Beverley. There's the dish to Ibaka. Back to Beverley. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to is really paramount.
Mavericks trail by 6. All going up court. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
This game was in danger of getting away from them. They've made a nice push to keep it close.
George against Richardson. Back to Beverley. The shot by George, wide open. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. Dallas with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Richardson. Excellent D there from George. And so Ibaka will bring it up for Los Angeles. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
And George is very capable at knocking down difficult shots. I mean, because of his size and stroke and ball handling and his added strength, he's able to shoot over good defense and knock them down.
Here's Doncic in the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
From deep, George. And it's George again missing. Mavericks trail by 4. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And there's Richardson on the assist by Porzingis. 6 points for Josh Richardson.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Knocked away. It's stolen by Morris. And a deep 3 from George. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that... All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the 3rd quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. Kleba, the pass to Porzingis. Back to Kleba. Richardson outside. Passes to Finney Smith. 6 to shoot. It's Richardson on the wing, defended by George.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Kleba, the pass to Doncic. Over Beverly. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis doing a nice job using that length to clean up the glass nicely.
Now Ibaka. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Here's Finney Smith from outside off the mark.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
Richardson against George. Richardson up top. He's got 6. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, at this point of his career, Richardson knows his role, understands it, embraces it. He's a 3-and-D guy who gives you great effort at both ends of the court.
Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Howell doing a nice job recognizing when to give it up. He, to me, is the epitome of a valued utility player. Knows his role.
Kennard for 3. Howell with the steal. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Here's Cauley Stein, and it's all evened up. Cauley Stein's got 4 points this quarter.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
Jackson up top, guarded by Hardaway. The kick out to Williams. Zubac, the pass to Kennard. Shot clock at 5. Jackson, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
And how about the confidence right now from Jackson? Not bashful at attacking and drawing attention from there.
And the Clippers making a change here. Morris is checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Marjanovic is checked in. Brunson against Williams. Brunson the pass to Powell. It's stolen by Morris. Johnson against Kennard. Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Yeah, just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
Here's Brunson, and it's denied. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Here's Williams. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And it's an 8-point Clipper lead. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Kennard on the wing. Williams looking around. To the inside. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Williams up on top. Brunson covering. Johnson against Kennard. Pass to Jackson. Morris outside. Buries it from three-point range. Morris has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And dangerous in that catch and shoot game. In fact, anytime Morris can square up, he's a lot more consistent.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers bringing the quarter to a close with a set. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Morris is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Ibaka, the pass to Beverley. Lets a floater go. Here's Ibaka. You know, he rips it and jams it right over Porzingis. Wow!
Yeah, just the length and explosiveness. Ibaka is a true force at the rim.
Here's Doncic. The pass to Porzingis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Well, I tell you what, hard to contain Porzingis now. When he's being aggressive with it, the defense gets a little shaky.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Batum dishes to Beverley. Back to Batum. Over Kleba. In the corner, George with it. And that one drops. And the Clippers lead by 7.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Richardson against George. That one off the back iron and out.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And Ibaka is right there. Ibaka's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Leonard, no luck. Mavericks trail by 9. Doncic kicks to Kleba. To the middle. It's stolen by Ibaka. Pass to Beverley. Outside, George. Back to Beverley. Over Kleba. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by Beverley. Beverley's got 3 assists tonight.
All that practice on the positioning and timing of the catch and shoot paying huge dividends for Ibaka.
Clippers leading by 11. Passes it to Leonard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Open shot, George. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional. Catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
Here's Los Angeles now. Big stretch here going 10-2. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That is his first foul of the game. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Pass to Beverly. Back to George. Lock at 6. Beverly, the pass to George. And it's good for 2.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous. Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the 4th so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Porzingis is checked in for Dallas. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. No coverage that time. And the Clippers lead by 16.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
And we've seen more attention given to how fans, Greg, interact with players during the games, whether it's verbal or even physical. Is that something the league's got to keep an eye on?
Absolutely. It's all about making sure that everyone is protected and respected. You know, this is entertainment, right? This is not do or die from a life standpoint, and we don't want to have things escalate.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of barrier there. I agree.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Clippers.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
Boy, I tell you, look at these teams. They're very evenly matched. This could be one of the better in-conference battles we see this season.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kawhi Leonard.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
And, you know, the long-range shooting of PG is admirable. I mean, he's a dead-eye launcher from deep. And he's developed that part of his game over the years.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Nailed from three-point land.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished. Hey, you know, I like the competitive spirit, but when you look at it, I think he rushed that 3 a little bit because he was trying to get back at his opponent.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. And the outcome of this, thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap. Johnson that can be found just looking now at the numbers for Paul George.
And guys, this effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
And the Clippers starting 5. Baca is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beverly in at the point guard. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. Now here's Schroeder. To the paint. Batum dishes to George. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And at the midway point, what stands out, Chris, to you about this phase of the regular season?
Well, Kevin, it's always that the standings are pretty much solidified, the favorites, the cellar dwellers. And this is where a front office will take a hard look at their roster and maybe look to make some moves as well.
Here's George. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. Nails the baby hook. George has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Gasol able to finish.
Hey, they've broken the seal. 3 misses to start, but now they're back in business.
Beverly the pass to Ibaka. Beverly against Schroeder. Here's Ibaka. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Oh, that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
Outside Gasol. Schroeder outside. Morris right side. Lakers passing it around. The drive by James. The shot's good.
LeBron taking what's offered from mid-range. Throughout his career, he's all about the best shot available.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. George dishes to Batum. Down low. Leonard finds Batum. Offensive rebound. Outside for George. A second chance effort. Ibaka, the pass to Batum. It's another look. Rebounded by the Lakers. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
I mean, I flat out, I thought they looked overmatched. I mean, I thought they lacked aggressiveness and heart out there.
That one falls.
And the interior game of Gasol. I mean, he's had a number of ways to score from there.
Outside, George. From 11 feet away. And too long on the shot. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Morris passes to Schroeder. Releases from 15. Good on the jump shot.
Great work to find the space to get off the open jumper. He's going to work hard for those.
The three from George. A three-pointer is right on target. George has got 7 points in the game. The Lakers in the lead. James outside. 1:10 left to play in the first. Leonard inside, working on James. That gives them the lead.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Schroeder kicks to Morris. Trying to find Schroeder, gets it to him. And there's another one for the Lakers.
You got to do more than that to keep the ball out of his hands down low.
Oh, they must ramp up the effort level, the intensity level. They're making it too easy for him out there.
Now here's Beverly. 17 points for him last game against Washington. And George, here we go. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Gasol kicks it over to Schroeder. Morris dishes to Gasol. LeBron outside. 5 to shoot. The putback, and Gasol able to finish.
Gasol is the kind of guy, I mean, if you forget about him, he's going to make you pay. Nice work on the offensive glass.
And a deep three from George. A three-pointer off the mark. A shot off that time. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Lakers. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Well, it's part of their strategy coming in, no doubt. And there may not be that much their opponent can do about it.
LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then it's Montrezl Harrell, and it's Horton Tucker in at the shooting guard. That's the Laker 5. Now here's James. Now the dish to Harrell. Count the basket.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Outside Jackson. Now here's Kennard. And the 3 off target.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
Now the pass to Zubac. Harrell against Kennard. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
So deft with the floater. I mean, it's clear Kennard has confidence in his ability to make this difficult shot.
Caruso, the pass to Harrell. And the shot is good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Clippers trail by 3. Kennard on the wing. Jackson kicks to Kennard. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Horton Tucker. Guarded by Jackson. James against Morris. Over Morris. And that one's good. James. And it's a 5-point Laker lead.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. And obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for James. Zubac, the pass to Kennard. From in close. And again, no good by the Clippers. Lakers leading by 3. Here's Kuzma. No good that time. Good work defensively by Morris. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, lots of sloppy play in that one. Several key miscues. They just couldn't overcome the mistakes.
I mean, they were their worst own enemy in that game. I mean, they kept on shooting themselves in the foot.
Williams dishes to Jackson. Kennard on the wing. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Zubac. Kennard on the wing. Offensive rebound. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Markieff Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Alex Caruso. The Clippers also changing it up. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Zubac. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. And George is subbed in for Jackson.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Got a piece of it. Paul George with the steal. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Ball's knocked loose, and now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
While the shooting of Morris provides his team with is crucial, just a real valuable part of this team.
Marcus All's checked in for Harrell. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Lou Williams. And here we go with Morris, running it up the court. Outside for George. Passes it to Beverly. Launches it. Kuzma pulls it in.
Oh, that's just a lucky break for the deep here. Keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
And the Lakers with another miss. The Clippers in the lead. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Leonard gets it to go.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Caldwell Pope passes to Gasol. Leonard kicks to George. Morris outside. Back to George. Got it up. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to an outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 9 points and load management the last few seasons. And that's a wrap for our...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Paul George really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got Ibaka. Batum's out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's George in at the 2 guard.
Well, when Batum spots a wide open teammate, he zips the rock to him quickly. Just exceptional vision.
James. And the dunk by LeBron.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Leonard, the pass to Beverly. Leonard against Gasol. Lakers trail by 3. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Back to James. Shot clock at 6. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Last thing they want to be doing right now is giving away possessions. I mean, turnovers can kill you in this kind of game.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Horton Tucker's checked in. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Now the Lakers on the break. Morris with the ball. The Clippers grab the miss. Batum scanning the floor. Leonard on the wing. From 12 feet out. And yes, it's good. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Here's LeBron, and it's blocked.
And Beverly just goes all out on defense, which is what allows him to come up with these rejections.
The Lakers making a switch here. Harrell's checked in. The Clippers also changing it up. Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Reggie Jackson comes in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Harrell. That shot off the mark. The Clippers go the other way with it.
They're having trouble getting going here in the second half. I mean, that's their 4th miss in 5 attempts.
He had a nice open look right there. Jackson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers. LeBron kicks to Harrell. Pass to Horton Tucker. It's stolen. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. Kennard finds Williams. The 9-foot shot. And James pulls it down.
For a player who's almost a sure thing to score in tight, That was a stunner.
Boy, Greg, there's a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not a elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Here's Williams following the basket by LeBron James. 1:49 left to play in the third. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Such blinding speed on the drop. I mean, James is a force of nature when he's on the attack.
Now here's Jackson. And here's Kennard. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass for the tip.
Back to Harrell. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. And the Lakers with some changes. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Marc Gasol. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for James. The Clippers also changing it up. Morris comes in for Luke Kennard. And George is subbed in for Jackson. Harrell, great positioning on the putback.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
Now, here is Morris. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. 5 to shoot. The 3 from George. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Harrell. Yep, that one goes in there. And now just a 2-point Clipper lead.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Batum dishes to George. Shoots over Schroeder, and George kicks to Zubats. Floats one. Williams, that's good. Williams has got 6 points.
You name a shot, Lou Williams has it mastered. It's why he's the best bench scorer the NBA has ever seen.
The third quarter comes to a close. The Clippers on top, leading by 4. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Markieff Morris. Then there's Harrell. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And Kuzma has it in the corner. Beverly against Schroeder.
Working as hard as anybody for that rebound. That's not an easy one to corral.
Pass to Beverly. Back to Ibaka. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Morris passes to Ibaka. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Ibaka's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers. It's Harrell, top of the key. Caldwell-Pope dishes to Morris. The pass to Schroeder. Shoots from 14. They grab their own miss.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but hasn't been successful.
And Ibaka kicks to George. Ibaka, the pass to Morris. Here's Leonard. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
In perfect timing, with a small lead, they're doing all they can to protect it.
Schroeder finds Harrell. Back to Schroeder. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. Shoots from the block. Shot's good by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 6 here in this quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Some changes for the Lakers. Marcus All's checked in for Harrell, and James subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Batum's checked in. Tipped away. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. And there's the feed to Ibaka.
Oh, see that?
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
Caldwell Pope passes to Gasol, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, and you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
5 on the clock. Floats one up.
Oh, that's just a great defensive effort there by Beverly. He is all hustle. Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Beverly dishes to Ibaka. Leonard on the wing. James covering. And it's Leonard missing. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Doesn't go for him. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Out to the right wing. And Beverly kicks to George. Batum passes to Leonard. Lets it go from deep. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And in college, Leonard was a 25% shooter from 3. Boy, how times have changed.
And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And here are the Clippers. They're on a 13-4 run. Stolen by Caldwell Pope.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Clippers.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Serge Ibaka.
The energy he played with tonight was amazing, and it paid off the most on the glass where he dominated the rebounding stats.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Schroeder's got it back down to single digits for the Lakers.
Well, it doesn't have to break stride at all thanks to the money lead pass.
Passes to Beverly for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. Schroeder against Ibaka. Pass to Gasol. Banked in off the glass.
Showing the muscle, Gasol skilled at powering through the contact and finishing.
From deep, George off target with that shot. So the Clippers with the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.